Tina Marie Tyler, and I'm the Chief Peace Officer for Hiphop for Peace. Today, unfortunately, marks the 25th anniversary of the killing of Christopher Wallace here in Los Alamos. And so it's one of the things that we have to do is we have to make sure to remember those that have fallen. But 25 years later, we're still talking about the same issue of gun violence, not only in hip-hop, but in the larger community. So this is one opportunity where hip-hop artists, people in the hip-hop ecosystem, and other people who are interested in this all come together to try to find a solution to the problem. One of the things that we're doing here is we're asking for people to support Representative Barbra Lee's bill, which is H.R. 1111. H.R. 1111 will create a United States Office of Peace Building. First time ever on the executive level. This will allow the money to come from the federal government directly to the community organizations that really help our community. So that is one of the reasons, several of the reasons why we're here today.
This is Lester Spade. Go to my website, lesterspade.com, and you can see all things Lester. All things spectacular. Glad to be here today, supporting this worthy cause, trying to bring attention to stopping the violence among our race and our community. So anything to do with that, when I have a minute, I try to come out and support, especially if they're going to have some food. And I'm told they're going to have some food and drink, so there may be some violence up in here.
I know that's right.
They ain't got my Subway sub. Can't always go wrong with church. Okay, so we can always start there. Sometimes I have to admit it that the churches don't do enough in the community that they should do, but I always say start with church foundation. You got leaders in the church, you got your pastors in your church, and then just find out the local fraternities and sororities that you could get involved with, that they have community uplifting programs as well. I know the Omega Psi Phi, they do here in LA. They got several chapters, but yeah, just look out, reach out, each one teach one, each one help one.
I lost you.
He is the greatest. His daddy's one of the great ones. We support him fully. Fair ones and everything.
He let you know what I mean? I'm a firstborn son of legendary Eazy, Lil Eazy, most know me, you know what I mean? But we just gonna give it to the ones that's growing up. But man, we're here with the Hip Hop Peace Fest, you know what I mean? We're gonna have a panel and just talking about the positive things we can do as far as to stop, the unnecessary violence between the hip hop community, period, you know what I mean? So anytime they want me to come out and do something positive, man, I'm here to talk about it. And what we can do, man, we gotta start holding ourselves accountable. You know what I'm saying? It's and really just rise on positive peace and love. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Coming from Compton, OG.
My name is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop, and the owner of Eve After Dark with my man Skip Challenge. What's up, Skip?
Man, what's going on, man?
Yeah, we trying to stop these brothers from killing each other, man.
Yes, indeed, man. I ain't trying. I'm doing it.
You doing it. You've been putting work in forever.
Yes, sir.
You've been putting work in forever.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, I got your back and your side.
I appreciate it, bro.
All right.
Well, I'm going to start by saying by me standing right next to the man who at the age of 16, 17, he opened up a club. Well, I was 16, 17, I don't know how old he was, but opened up the Eve After Dark. They gave us somewhere to go, man, to, showcase who we were, man, to showcase our talent and to have opportunity to intermingle with people who wasn't from our community. So I think that's what we need. We need to do that again. We need to have a way for the young people to start meeting other young people, and they don't have to be enemies, man. We could, maybe use some music or some food, whatever, just to bring them together. Let them talk.
You know, that's right, Skip. I got the idea of Eve After Dark from Teen Post. Back in the day, we had Teen Post. We could go to different parks and party with different people. So if we came back later on, you knew somebody at the park. Everybody wasn't a stranger, so we need some hood interaction. People need to get a chance to know each other, interact, and realize just because you live across the street, he ain't your enemy, man. He is not your enemy. Keep it 100.
Most of us are family, as a matter of fact. Most of us are really family, brother.
That's true talk. That's real talk, folks. So yeah, we gotta make it happen, folks.
Hi, I'm Jazz. Hi, I'm Yana. We are happy to be here. We are excited that this conversation is happening, that we can talk about it in our community. We are glad to be some young people here to represent our community, and we're excited to have this conversation.
I feel like it's institutional, so I feel like it kind of goes way deeper than music and address.
Communication, if we definitely could really take seriously mental health, I think that would change how things turn out to be. Yeah, definitely mental health.
It's going to be about something that's just like misogynistic or violent. Yeah. And it's just, I think we should change that narrative. People see it as something more
talk about things that are real, then I feel like that can make a big difference and influence our younger generations to do something more positive. Shout out Respect Music TV.
You know, currently the world is starting to learn about NFTs. What, 3 million unique NFT wallets in the world? But everyone's learning about NFTs because they see Bored Ape, they see Beeple, the $69 million that his friends bought. That's not what NFTs are for. You know, that's part of my mission when people ask me, what do I do? I do a lot of things, but I also inform. And I want people to forget everything that they heard about NFTs. Forget about it. NFTs they do two things and two things only. They verify and authenticate. And if you can understand that, that's what an NFT is and can be. Your camera, this microphone, your jacket, your shoes, your food.
So why is it important to implement NFTs inside of music?
Man, you know, I'm 50 years old, man, and I started out in the music industry 16. Had major record deals, different things. It's very important. The entire, our Web3 is about community. And NFT allows us, the musicians, the creators, to control your own creative, your own story, the way that you want to tell it. The game is truly changed. It's not changing. That's what we see, but it's already changed. It's an even playing field right now, and we really actually have the power. So now it's about us using the NFTs correctly, to control your community. And I shouldn't say control your community, but to be able to speak to directly to your community. And you will find that the NFT will authenticate that these are your actual community members. So you know who you're giving this extra love or attention to. It will verify that they have invested in what you're giving back to them. Oh, that means it allows you to also create a scenario to give back to the same community that's invested into you. And there's so much in NFTs, man. I can literally talk for weeks about NFTs.
Okay, I have another question. So do you believe the music industry is a capitalist industry?
Well, absolutely. Listen, man, we're starting a brand new major record label in the metaverse. Wow. Why? I can't even tell you the name now. That's why. It's because of that question right there. It's no longer about Mike. He asked me a question about hold this for a second, John. Grab this one. He asked me a question. Hey, this is Mike Nice, y'all. He asked me a question. He said, do I think that the music industry, the record labels are capitalists? Wow. Man, that's the very reason why we're going. Where are we going?
We're going to the metaverse.
The game is changing, man. Get away. Look, we have the control, man. We have our own power. We now control our own destiny. Let's not mess this up. We need to get educated. There's a lot of that, a lot of bad noise that's out there. We need to get educated, y'all. You know what I mean? But we gonna fix this thing, right?
So, one last question.
Yeah, come on.
So, with all of that being said, do you believe that causes confusion and conflicts with violence within the hip hop industry? Right, like the lack of knowledge,
oh my God.
information.
I mean, absolutely, and it was from design from the beginning. So, you know, it's time to throw away the rule books, all of them papers and document, throw it all away. We can't use any of that anymore. We have to truly start to carve our own way. That's the only way we do this right. So yes, and I'm not worried about it no more. That's gone, y'all. We got Bauer now.
And for the people that don't know who you are, let the people know who you are.
Wow, man. I'm Jay Johnson, J.Y. Johnson. I'm the founder and CEO of Malibu Room. And hi. Everybody say hi, man. That's right, say hi. Yeah, just say hi to somebody, man. Yeah. Yo, hi. It's Respect Music TV. You better put some respect on it.
Put some respect on it.
Hey, check this out, y'all. If you don't know where the information is at, you better go to Respect Music TV, because he's telling the truth about a whole lot of this. Is that right?
That's what he's doing. All of this.
All of it. All of this. Yo, peace.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Hey, man, look, I go by the name of Danny Dyrich, head founder and CEO of the Dyrich Company, part of Global Hustle Entertainment. Shout out to 1111 Catch One, man. We here at the Hip Hop for Peace Summit, man. Look, check it out, man. It's all about peace. If you don't got peace in the streets, man, you know, what else do you have? Look, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. If you do it every day, Rax is coming home. Dyrich, and I'm out.
Well, you already know what it is. And if you don't know, Chris. Man, it's a good turnout. It's a lot of good, beautiful black people here. Got Christopher Reed in the building. You know, it's going to be a good turnout. I can't wait to see what type of knowledge I'm going to retain. And I feel like, you know, with the youngins out here, you know, hopefully they can set a better example. But ultimately, you know, I love hip hop. Hip hop sells. It's what we love. It's the culture. You know, I support everything about it. So, you know, in due time, things will get better. Ownership is crazy right now because I feel like Kanye is doing a whole new thing with this whole semi-player. Ownership is going to be more the artist's favorite this time. We're the new generation, with the new year, new time. It's all going to get better. I can't wait because I make music too, so make sure y'all check that out. I want to give a big shout out to Respect Music TV. Make sure y'all check them out right here, right now. Let's go.
My name is Latisha Wiseman. I'm here today to represent the black men that have been brutalized by the police. I'm here to represent justice for Jacob Blake. My brother got 7 shots in Kenosha by Officer Sheshki, and I'm here to, you know, put an end to the gun violence, whether it's coming from gangs or the police. It gotta stop. Hip-hop has a big influence on our culture, the way that we are perspective, the way we see ourselves, the way we see each other. And without the change in the culture, there won't be no change in the community. So it's definitely going to have a big impact on our community. Hip hop and the community comes together and start figuring out how we can put an end to the violence. I just want to shout out Respect Music TV and Justice for Jacob Blake.
Check this out, you rocking with Sticks. Think Watts City, born and raised in Watts, California. If you don't know now, you know. Most influential figures ever. Closest thing is Egypt. You better do your research. Because if it's from Watts, it's special. And I happen to be special. It Sticks right here. Think Watts City. Coming at you. Gone.
My name is Franklin Sims. Look, I'm running for mayor of Long Beach. And the brother asked me, what can we do? We talk about crime, we talk about violence. Look, the first thing we gotta do is we gotta make sure that we actually get out here and connect with people. So many of our community members are really feeling like people don't care about them. So when you ask me like, what do? We gotta start talking about building families. I know I'm raising an 11-year-old daughter, and I think when we actually connect with where people are, so many other men and women are raising children too. And I think if we meet each other at that common thread, we can start having conversations that are useful because they're love singing. And so it's really about family building for me, and how do we talk about policies that can uplift and sustain the family at the center. If we included, in the city of Long Beach, for instance, Snoop comes from Long Beach, right? And here you have an icon. For our own city, they won't even recognize and accept Snoop inside of our community. Well, that's a big loss to the city, not so much to Snoop, but the difference is, imagine what Snoop would be able to bring to the city and bring to families and kids who see him as a success because he is. He could bring that sort of energy and motivation to people that need it. But what happens is we create walls and barriers from one another, and we miss out on influences that we could have because we're so focused on labels and labeling people. So one thing we got to do is we have to get outside of labels, because once we can get outside of labels, then we can grow into one another, lead into one another, lead into one another's strengths. But as long as we are constantly saying, well, this person is a gang member, this person is bad, this person is too black, this person is too brown, then we can't find again that common thread where we can lift, heal, and build with one another.
I'm on Respect Music TV with my homeboy Beefy Low and the King motherfucking T. What it do?
Hi, I'm gonna take over this interview. Sir King T. Could you give us a little insight on how vicious your little hip hop life was in the 80s?
No words, man. I have no comment. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't want to get indicted on no shit. We just gonna keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? Move.
That is some real LA shit. Feel me? I never expected no other answer. Hi, if you don't know me, I'm Beefy Low from Long Beach, man. Blessings straight to all my black people. Well, my moment, I want to say this. Could we all stop gangbanging on ourselves? We know we taught y'all some cold shit. Could do me a favor, we black. We need everybody to shift back to being black so we can win this war against ourselves. I love y'all. And it's the best hip-hop legend.
We all in the same gang, y'all.
Hey, we're all in the same gang.
Brothers, stop killing other brothers.
It's your boy King Khalil. I'm here to represent the West Coast and the entire East Side, Long Beach. I just want to say one of the greatest rappers Long Beach got out right now is probably Natural Red. I don't think it's any West Coast hip hop female rappers coming out right now with any heat, any like charisma.
I feel like it's a lot of good going on, you know. We've had issues for what, over 30-40 years here in America. Today's the anniversary of a really big day of a hip-hop legend. We have a lot of legends in the building, you know, Eazy Jr., Maxine Waters, you know, a lot of people from different aspects of the culture, government, society, trying to stomp this issue in the ground, you know. It's insane how many killings and mental health and how accessible it is. Thank God we're in California, but I mean, it's still so easy. How many school shootings like are there every single day? The best thing about the pandemic, I guess, is like telehealth and no school shootings. Like, why is there so much stuff? Like, why is it being promoted? Why is it so accessible? Because these big governments, these big white governments, like just want all the money, you know, and just like, I feel like today's very special for people like us who live in these communities where we deal with so much pain, so much anger, so much hardship, like, and always count on the big guys, and the big guys are always usually wrong, you know. So it's just like finally just the little guys, or I mean, you know, we're finally giving a fight, and I'm excited to hear what they have to say, because there's been a lot of talk, you know. I'm only 25 years old, but like, it's too much, and it's been glorified. It stays being glorified, you know. Why? I mean, because it rhymes in rap songs. Like, I don't really understand it. Real men would fight with their fisticuffs, you know. But hey, I guess that's not the age we live in, so we're trying to make a difference, you know. Shout out to Respect Music TV. You're rocking with Gian Islam of Your TV.
Can be effective and be special into this thing called life. It's not just the music industry, you know. There's other lanes in life that, you know, where you can be the best of you, you know. Ain't nothing like having your own lane. It's nothing like being inspired by someone. But one thing you have to have is originality with your influences. Don't become a carbon copy of the influence. If anything, be an extension of the greatness that you are inspired from. So that's what makes me original. I don't sound like none of my peers. I mean, what I did on the last 2 albums with Snoop Dogg, even the current one, already reflects that. When, you know, for us to do a record that gives Suge Knight his flowers, is called Let Bygones Be Bygones. We was both inspired to do that, regardless of the trials and tribulations and the challenging things he had on his plate. He still was great in a lot of areas that we was all grateful that he had the chance to manifest. So we are already doing that. You just got to go listen to the records instead of just being closed-minded and thinking that this doesn't fit your description or your Kool-Aid or your vibe or whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But if you can just sit down and slow down and then reflect on the great music and message that we've been pushing, you can tell we ain't trying to be church or holier than thou. We just have a responsibility, like they were saying on the panel. We already taking accountability. That's why, you know, I'm so happy and proud that Snoopy and the rest of the family, Harry O, John Payne, you know, just to name a few brothers who's all been instrumental in keeping the legacy, the new legacy of Death Row. A positive upper echelon and black excellence, entertainment and music. You feel me? That part.
Here with Ambassador AWJ, and we are kicking it with Mr. Trailboy. Keep it trill, keep it trill, keep it trill. But enough of that. This amazing man has an amazing story and amazing connections, and you know, he actually made me cry today. You know, so here, let me interview you.
All right, well, thank you. Well, the ambassador comes from I'm one of the first Facebook ambassadors, but on Instagram you can find me at Ambassador AWJ. I'm the president of 5 Points Youth Foundation, spelled out with the number FIVE Points Youth Foundation, and we're at the corner in Los Angeles. We're at the corner of Los Angeles on Florence and Western, just a few blocks away from where the Rodney King riots kicked off in 1992. We moved there 20 years later to make sure we can have a venue for the community to have a safe and secure place to come out. We are also the home of the Universal Hip-Hop Museum's West Coast Organizing Committee. So we have every year, every August, we have graffiti artists from around the world come out and do 5 elements of hip-hop. That includes not just rapping, but also includes breakdancing, it includes poetry, it includes fashion, and it includes knowledge of self. So we at 5 Points Youth Foundation are inviting you to come out to 1820 West Florence Avenue anytime, but especially the last Sunday of this month, where we'll be launching the Wall of Fame.
And what is it?
It'll be the Wall of Fame at this place, LA. The idea is to have an NFT image there that people can come and see for themselves. Whether they can also buy a cryptocurrency with the same coin, or they can invest this for the creatives. This is for those people in our community that have the raw power to change the world. We're giving them a place to make that power.
Because as you heard it from this very intellectual man who gave me this amazing certificate, but NFTs are the future. It is way too easy for creatives, people in general, to be making money right now with all the technology, all the knowledge, all the people who had to make sacrifices throughout these years to let us succeed and express ourselves. And so, thank you so much. Like, I will definitely be there. Like, so many other people will be there, and like, all it is just about community, you know? Just helping people out, you know? And so, thank you so much, brother. Like, it was an honor to meet you, and I know that in the future, especially with the NFTs, because that's the future, we're gonna do a whole lot of stuff with that. Trust me.
Yes.
And so, because I mean, the land's already gone. Real estate, all these, white people took it up. So I mean, like, now we have the open air to express ourselves, you know? The sky's the limit.
Well, agreed. But NFT is a bubble. So now's the time to get in before it gets out. But now's the time to actually create our own landscape that's not local but global. Because just as hip-hop is global, so is our power.
Hip-hop, hip-hop. But have you guys thought about any coins? Or are you guys going to do it on Ethereum, blockchain? What is the idea behind it?
There is GrampsNFT.com. GrampsNFT.com.
How do you spell it?
GRAMPS.
Gramps.
GrampsNFT.com.
All right.
Gramps. That is actually the platform where we actually have an NFT platform. But also, yes, we have coins, but we also have fashion.
I know a little something about fashion. You know what I mean? Gotta put this Trailboy exclusive stuff, hasn't even dropped yet, to the side.
Yeah.
But everybody's going NFT. GLD, so this is one of their exclusive 200 chains that will get me on the whitelist to get into their first NFTs. It is the future. We can make anything and everything in NFTs. You know, you just need to have the demand, you need to have the passion, you need to have the mentors, the knowledge, the people that know what's hot in these streets, you know? Because, I mean, we ain't promoting nothing that's trash, right?
But not only that, we have to have creativity. And when you look around the world, that's us. The whole world comes to us, but now it's to empower our kids, because unfortunately, over 70% of the youth on the streets and the homeless also have creative talents and abilities that we need to be able to empower them right now to stand up in the world.
So then, what are you saying? So at 5 Points, people from the streets can just come in any day, Monday through Friday, and just express themselves?
Well, here's the thing. Before the pandemic, we had Sir Bailey. He's the son of Philip Bailey, Birth and Fire.
Ooh, I'm Bailey McDavid. That's my, I went to high school with him.
Yes, well, every month, for 16 months, they actually had, on the third Saturday of every month, they had what's called the Living Well Tour. And that allowed artists and musicians from the Commodores to Earth, Wind & Fire to even new artists to actually come out. And we had an open mic so that people in the community could actually come out in a safe and secure place. So yes, what we're moving towards is a membership operation so that we have a safe place for people to come.
Through the blockchain, or where would that membership be distributed? Because there's cryptocurrency, there's all sorts of stuff that we can make. You know, like this money is fiat, it's US dollar. I don't even know what's going on with this world, but I know Bitcoin and Ethereum and our own personal coins will have its own value. It just depends on the people that believe in it.
When you go to Gramps NFT.com.
Yeah.
GrampsNFT.com. And you can find out all the information about the NFT rollout.
You already know Gramps knows everything. Alhamdulillah, thank you so much, brother.
My name is Clarence Stewart, man. They call me Cool. I'm out of Watts, you know what I mean? I'm out here with my brother DDP out of Athens area. Yeah, we here, man, to support, you know what I mean? We really feel like we overdue for what we've been through. And I'm glad, you know, God made it a way possible today so we can step forward on making a change for peace. As you can see our shirts say a face in every race. Calling all cards, a face in every race. It's the coming together of spiritual, mental forces of all ethnicities to bring knowledge, peace, and understanding to our society. It's going to take all of us to change this, man. And it's all about respect, you feel me? So all the brothers, man, I'm proud of y'all. Keep up the good work, and let's push it. And like the brother said up in there, the rappers is like our preachers, man, and they gonna have to be accountable for what they say and what they put out. So the negative energy hit the streets and tear the kids up, where they up in Beverly Hills somewhere chilling, you know. So you gotta be more responsible and more, you know how to say, responsible for what you rap about, what you talk about, man, because you're misleading the kids. And like I was getting at Snoop, and I feel like the new Death Row should be a spiritual awakening to coming together to keep brothers from winding up on Death Row. Because when you was on Death Row, you really didn't want to be there. So the new Death Row, you shouldn't be pushing that negative energy no more, because the kids are gonna think that's what's happening, and they back out there crip walking, and that ain't really what you want to do. When it was really going down, you really didn't want to play. So I'm saying, now that you're in the position to be a leader, now be better than Suge, man. Be the next generation that's going to lead us to some positive things. Let's not take us back 10, 20 years, you know what I mean? And we're going to lose a lot of brothers, man. So, hey, that's my piece for today, man. You feel me?
And we are out here to
God is good.
Really represent doing everything possible to cultivate education. As black people, you know, we come a long way, man. So right now, in today's time, let's just start being held accountable for what we say, you know, because tomorrow is very crucial. We need that love and that tranquility and understanding with one another to be able to feed tomorrow. So just look at things in an overall picture. Watch what you say and watch what you do. Peace, love, and happiness to you. Respect, man.
Hello, world. You already know who it is. It's the one and only Jen Tapped In. Yeah! And I'm here today representing peace for the streets. We out here. We at the Catch One. It's going up. Everybody here. If you somebody, then you here.
So how did you feel about the event today?
I feel like the event was extremely positive, and these type of topics need to be discussed more. There needs to be more positive mentorship in the hood for young black males and other males of color. My artist name is Jen Tapped In, and my album is on its way. So yes, check me out though on the journalism tip for now. I'm all the things. Hashtag all the things. Jen Tapped In, Hub City baby. I want to say to anybody who feels like it's over for them or like their dreams are a bit too much, FYF, follow your faith. If it's destined for you to be there, you'll be there. What God has for you is for you, and nobody can take it away. One monkey don't stop no show, and the devil is a lie. Jen Tapped In, spreading the light and love within. Everybody follow me at Jen Tapped In, at JENNTAPPEDIN, because you already know Jen Tapped In, spreading the light and love within. Period.
My name is Richard Green, and I came here because I'm a huge fan. Maxine Waters and Barbra Lee, and anytime I see communities doing great things to help make the world a better place and our country a better place, I wanted to check it out. So I came down with my dear friend who's here from Switzerland, who is a vegan chef and a hypnotherapist, who is also dedicated to making the world a better place. And my focus is I teach civics. I used to be a lawyer, and I teach people how to have their voice heard in the government, and that government and politics and civics is a game, that if you know how the game is played, you can win the frickin' game. And so I've been working with people like Matt Barnes and others in the African American community to try to get black people out to vote, because we need your vote. Joe Biden would not have won without the black vote. Donald Trump would still be president. And we have a midterm elections coming up, and so I came down here to see what people might be talking about with respect to engaging the community, the hip-hop community, to actually get out there and make a difference in our politics and save us white people from ourselves, quite honestly, because we don't always vote the way that I think is best for the world and for the country. Well, no, it was awesome for her, coming from Switzerland to see such a cool culture, and everybody was really nice and really smart stuff being said, and yeah, thanks for engaging and lending your voice in whatever way you do.
It's your boy Dino Brown, entertainer, actor, radio host, coming to you live from the Catch One here in Los Angeles. It's an amazing event, Hip Hop for Peace, which we need in these streets. Down with guns, up with fun. As a matter of fact, bite into a honey bun and get you a honey hun. We need to see our children and our youth with a positive influence over their lives. We need to press for the importance of education and the abstinence from drugs and violence in these streets so we can have a positive future. I'm blessed to be on both television, films, music videos, but I also am a community activist. I travel to various colleges and schools to speak with the youth about the importance of education, as well as the abstinence from violence, from criminal activity and drugs. I think that we need to push for these programs so that we can offset some of the negative imagery that's received by the youth through the media. It's your boy Dino Brown, entertainer, coming to you live from Los Angeles. Respect Music TV. #1, baby. Hello.
Well, it's Medusa, the gangster goddess. If you didn't know, now you know. Representing LA, underground, above ground, and all the queens on the ground. Me being indigenous of Los Angeles makes me extra proud to be able to touch the dynamics of sisters out here. Because you got to understand, you becoming a variation of colors, from light to dark. So past all the color barriers, we see each other for who we truly are. And if I can inspire, I aspire to inspire. So if I see you out and about and you've been watching me for 18, 20 years and I've affected your life, that is what I'm here for. If I've only affected one person and pushed you to the limit of who you truly are, thank God for that. Thank God for that. You re-inspired me when you give that back to me.
Okay, and how did you feel about the event today?
Man, you talking about hip hop for peace. When you see gangbangers from real hoods in LA show up just as concerned as regular citizens are, that's when you're on a mission. That's when the mission is pure, it's real, and everyone is paying attention. So I gotta give it up from all my hood heads and all my mothers and fathers that came out here to represent peace in hip hop, because it's needed. Everybody's out there false beefing, falsified documents. How about let's start first? Where's the peace in your heart? Where's the peace of mind you're willing to give to create some newness for the mankind? Come on, let's get it. beats for peace and hip hop for peace.
I know that's right. I have one more question. How do you feel about far as the ownership right now in streaming in the music industry versus your days versus you coming up?
You know, back in the day you had to count on a label though. And that label came with a machine. And that machine had publicists. It had a street team. It had everything you needed. Even the dialogue that needed to be used in promotions. They had it. Now we have it at hand. But it's so oversaturated. The labels at hand still run the game. You are oversaturating online with gimmicks, and they are still minimizing your time in the real shine.
No, that's right. So before you leave, what was one last advice you can give to the upcoming artists, men and women that's coming up right now in the music industry?
You know, the advice that I can give is truly be yourself in it. Do it for the right reason. Spit what your creativity is, not someone else's. And always do it the way you mean it and feel it. This is Medusa, the gangster goddess. You gotta give a shout out to Respect Music TV. It's in your building and in your lens.
I want to give a special shout out to Respect Music TV,
Gang.
Edify, and Justice for Jacob Blake.
My bro.
You can go ahead.
Okay, so my name is Samuel Nathaniel Brown. I'm the co-founder of the Anti-Violence Safety and Accountability Project, along with my wife, Amelia Mann, my brother, Aaron Fisher. And we are here because we believe that community violence is out of control, and we don't believe in punitive measures being the answer to solving it. So we feel like what took place here tonight is very a step in the right direction, very therapeutic, and it let us know that we're on the right path. And hearing these men and these women talk about mental health, you know, about the emotional illiteracy, about average childhood experiences, and actually being accountable for our actions, felt good. Lets me know that I'm in the right place. So it's an honor and a pleasure to be here and be a part of it and continue to do the work. The advice that I would give to you is know your power. Know your power, man. You're a prophet, you're a leader, you got people that are listening to you. You have the ability to change the narrative and use your power for good. Don't allow somebody else's imagination to run off with your reality. Peace.
Hey, what's happening? It's your boy, Christopher Kid Reed. Kid from Kidnplay. And I have the great fortune of being involved with this event today, the Hip-Hop for Peace, where we're trying to examine the violence that's going on in our communities, how hip-hop can help, how hip-hop can hurt. So it was a very compelling discussion. We got to hear from a great many people with a lot of different perspectives, which is great. And to be honest, I came here less to talk, but more to listen. That's what we need to do if we're trying to get past some of these problems that are facing us in our cities. And if hip-hop can be the soundtrack to us getting together and trying to get solutions with law enforcement, with our local, state, and city governments, that's what we need to do. One of our famous Kidnplay records was "Ain't Gonna Hurt Nobody," and that's what we're all about. We don't want to hurt anybody, but we want to learn from one another. I can learn from somebody, and hopefully, you know, that'll bring us on a better track. Period. And hip hop can be very, very impactful as far as that's concerned. It's the #1 music around the globe. We need to use that influence that we have with these young minds. And I'm very glad to have been here and heard all these wonderful programs that people are working with and have created, and I'm looking forward to being a part of them moving in the future. It's your man Kids, you know what's up.
I'm an upcoming female artist, really versatile. Y'all gonna hear it, I'll let y'all know what's going on. The event was crazy, it was hella jewels drop, like no doubt. Like if you missed it, you for sure missed a lot of information just about being in the industry, period. Like it's just crazy, and if you're not knowledgeable about what goes on, like you could really end up in some hard situations. So being here really most definitely opened my eyes to a lot of shit before even stepping one foot in the industry. You feel me? You gotta make sure you on your cues. Your cues is like.
Did anybody ever compare you to any artist? Say, oh, you remind me of this type of female artist?
Not yet. There's a lot of people saying I'm different and in my own lane, so we'll figure it out. But it's a lot of those that I look up to, no doubt. And y'all.
All I want to say today was, guys, this was an amazing show. I'm glad that everybody came out. I learned a lot. I'm so glad to work with some of the people that came here. But I just want to say, yeah.